Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Austin Armadillos. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So they bring out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd and 7. Taylor, rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They go play action now. Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 9 now. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been. Down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now Taylor. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score. And then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 2nd and 1. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
2nd quarter down, it's our home team with possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. Touchdown! Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Armadillos have cut it back within a score. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Browns drive about to get started.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The slot man in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Taylor. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They go play action with Taylor. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner's a former
and touchdown! A big play there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14.
And that flag accepted.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Taylor. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
2nd and 4. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Armadillos have taken the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And his kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 10.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. In motion, Hill. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Paulson and Debo up to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On play action, they'll throw.
Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the...
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Armadillos have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
A 3-yard loss. It's now 4th down and goal.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
In motion, Hill.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. 2nd and 14.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arc?
And it's caught. Touchdown. A.J. Dillon, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Armadillos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time.
He's got him in, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Armadillos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken from about the 12.
And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now in the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Isaiah Simmons, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Armadillos have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now here is another interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is of all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Austin, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.